Alright, this is an audio test 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Hey everybody! So, this video is long overdue. I wanted to do this sooner, but I just been busy. You know how it is. So, as you know, my tiny home tours video came out about 2 months ago. And there were some things that were left out, and there was a bunch of comments there's a bunch of questions in the comments that I wanted to clear up. So I made a little list. I forgot to get it. Hold on. Okay. So somebody asked, did I paint the mural myself? Sorry, this seat is like making all kind of noise. I'll try and be still. Okay, the cloud mural, as you see here. Yes, I did paint that myself. That's one of the first things I did when I converted the bus. I think I put the floor in first and then did the mural, I think. But it was one of the first things. Another person asked, how do I keep the furniture from moving around? The furniture, it's all screwed down, so it's not going anywhere. I know it kind of looks like it could slide all over the place, but it's not. It's all screwed, so I don't have to worry about that. And let me see. Somebody said, would I consider a tiny wood stove? No, I would not consider putting a tiny wood stove because my mini split unit, which you can see it here, which is so awesome, it also has a heat pump. So I don't need a wood stove. You know, I have AC and the heat works fantastic. Like I said in the tiny home tour video, I highly recommend it. If you are thinking of converting a schoolie, I definitely recommend a mini split unit. And it does run off 120 volts, so that's nice too. What else? Okay, the color of my bus. I got the bus paint at Napa Auto Parts, and the color came from their catalog because I bought paint for a vehicle, and they don't have very many choices as far as lavenders and pastels go, so if you looked at their catalog of paint, you would probably know right away which color it is. Yeah, so yeah, that's where I got that, Napa Auto Parts. Let's see, who painted my bus? I had my dad's friend and my dad and me, we all painted it, but it was mostly my dad's friend who painted it because they know how to paint cars. So my dad has a paint shop at his house. Yeah, so that's where we did it. And I have another video on my channel where I talk about painting the bus, and you'll see it in the process. You know, us taping everything off and getting it painted. Yeah, so go watch that video. I really love that video, so go watch it. I think it's called Painting Lady Lavender and My Journey to Florida, something like that. So somebody asked, where do I park? How do I find places to park? And what about RV parks? So a lot of, from what I have read on the internet, a lot of RV parks will not allow schoolies in their park. I haven't attempted to park in an RV park yet because I've been fortunate enough to find other places to park. So my first journey out, away from home where the build took place, my first journey out was when I went to welding school. I went to another part of Georgia. It was like 2.5 hours away from my hometown, and I had posted an ad on Craigslist asking, I was like, hey, I'm going to be a welding student. I live in a schoolie. Is there anybody who I can come park in your yard for 3 months? You know, I'll pay rent. And it just so happened there was a man that he had his yard set up to where multiple RVs could park there. It's a beautiful piece of property too. And he had sewage intake. He had power set up. He had the water hose to hook into. It was really nice. So I lived there for about, I stayed there a little bit after school. I can't remember. I might have been there like for 3 or 4 or 5 months. I don't know. But yeah, I found that through Craigslist. And when I went to meet the man, I brought my friend with me, so I'm not, ignorant to dangers you know, I was smart about the situation. I was like, Sydney, my best friend, I was like, I need you to come with me to come check this place out to make sure it's, you know, I'm not going to get kidnapped or murdered or whatever. So, yeah. Yeah, so, okay, the next place I lived, so when I graduated welding school and I went and got my first welding job was outside of Athens, Georgia. My dad knew someone that this woman who lets people park RVs in their backyard and live. So that that was my second place I lived. I was there for about 8 or 9 months, and then I went back home for a little bit. Then I had a job opportunity in New Smyrna Beach, Florida, a welding job. So my uncle just so happens to live in Daytona Beach, so I was talking to him, and he said, well, you can park your bus in my backyard. So it was really awesome. I didn't even have to ask him. He offered to come let me park and live down there. So I drove down to Florida. It took about 9 hours to get there on my bus. And yeah, I was in Daytona Beach about, I don't know, 9 months maybe. Until ultimately I moved down to Frostproof, Florida, which is in the middle of nowhere. No one's ever heard of it. It's Central Florida, and it's beautiful down here now. I'm parked, I live on a lake, and it's great. So if you are living in a schoolie and wondering where to park, especially long-term places, well, it doesn't even have to be long-term necessarily, but, you know, talk to friends and post ads on Craigslist and be like, hey, I need a place to park, and I come park in your yard. You know, you never know just by asking people. And people need money. So, you know, offering to pay for utilities, a lot of times people will do that. So all you have to do is ask, you know. All right. Okay, I'm just going over my list here. I wrote a little list. Okay. Okay, so I got a question asking about privacy. Someone had made a comment about, oh, she should have put window shades up around the bathtub, and I do have window shades that go along the whole bus. So if you look here, you see these? This is Reflectix. You can get it at Home Depot. I actually ordered it on Amazon, and it just so happened to be the perfect width here. It came in a roll, and so this way was perfect. I just had to cut it. I just had to cut them to fit the windows, so I just had to cut it one time, which was great. Yeah, so I'm gonna show you. I'm just gonna show you real quick. Just 1 second. Okay, so here's my window shade, and I'm just gonna just pop it in there just like that. So yeah, it can get dark in here, which is really nice. So that gives me full privacy. And I have a big piece that I put in the windshield, and that helps a lot too with the heat, to keep the heat out. So it'll keep the heat out in the summer, and then it'll keep the warmth in the winter. Yeah, okay. So I gotta show you another thing, which I don't know why this was left out of the tiny home tour. When I first watched the tour, I kept waiting for them to show it, and they didn't, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's like one of the best parts of the bus. So let me show you. Okay, so this little bitty mini door is so cute because I have this space. This is, okay, so here's my bed, and this is up under my bed, and I just had this space, and I somehow came up with the idea to do this. So it's just a little mini door. It doesn't go to anything except for up under my bus. I think eventually maybe we'll add a little room to go up under there. Yeah, and so while we're right here, I wanted to talk real quick about what I would change about my bus if I could, and that is I would have done a built-in trash can, because I just keep my trash can here under the bus, or under the bed, I mean. And that's one thing I would change if I could, is I would have done a built-in trash can. And now, the most important part of the bus, my Titus baby, come here. Come here. He don't want to come in right now. But he didn't make an appearance on the tour. He was sleeping somewhere, so he's here. You want to come in? Jump up here. Come on. Jump on. Yeah. Come here, my sweet baby. This is my sweet Titus baby. Oh, he's so sweet. He really don't like being held too much, but if you saw my other videos, I had a gray cat named Jade, and she went missing when I moved down here. So I don't know where she is, but I hope she's okay. Whoever has her, I don't know, but yeah, that's my buddy boy Titus. Before I forget, a very special part of this whole bus journey that also was not included in the tiny home tour, which I get it, they can't let me talk for 30 minutes straight, so I get it. It had to be left out, but I want to tell you all because I think it's really special. A lot of people made comments about how awesome it was that my dad got to help me build this, and they, like, if it wasn't for him, I would not have, it would not be like this at all. Like, I wouldn't, if it wasn't for him being there with me, I wouldn't have bought the bus, because like I said, I don't know anything about motors and things like that, so having him, you know, be there to approve of the bus and then be there to help me build it, because he knows how to fabricate and do all that. So he was a huge part of this, and I wish he was here to be in the video with me. Maybe I can get a video with him one day, but he's up in Georgia. So all right, when we were so we went to look at the bus one afternoon, and he approved of it and everything, and so the next day we went to pick it up. So we're riding out there, and Daddy said, I have a good feeling about this. And I said, I do too. And so like 5 minutes later, we look over, and there's this huge rainbow in the sky. And I said, there's our sign right there, you know? And so we keep on driving. We get there, and we pick up the bus. I'm driving the bus home. The bus is hollow, because okay, the man I bought it from, he was going to convert it, so he had already taken all the seats out. So that was a huge step that he did for me, which I'm really thankful for, because that's a lot of work cutting those seats out. So the bus is hollow. It had great acoustics. The whole time I'm like singing to the top of my lungs, like just making up these songs, like being so grateful for the bus and all this, you know. I bought a bus. Hey, hey, I bought a bus. You know, I was just singing. It was so fun. So, we get into our hometown, and we pull on this road, and all of a sudden I see these rainbows. There's two rainbows, but the end of the rainbow came in on the hood of the bus. Like, it was literally coming in on me. I was the end of the rainbow. I'd never seen it before, because you always look at the rainbow and, you know, you think about where the end is at, but you never get to the end. You know, you never see the end of the rainbow. I haven't until that moment. And I was literally the big gold, yellow pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And so, and Daddy's behind me in the car, following me. And so as soon as I pull into the driveway at home, I get out of the bus. I said, Daddy, did you see that rainbow? He said, yeah, it came in on my hood. And I said, oh my gosh, it came in on mine too. So I just felt like that was a huge sign that I was headed in the right direction in my life. You know, I feel like rainbows are signs. You know, they're just, I don't know, I feel that way. I feel like nothing is a coincidence, and things happen the way they're supposed to happen, and they happen for a reason. And so I just thought that was really special. Like, it's like a rainbow bus, and everything with the build went so smoothly. You know, I didn't have any hiccups or anything. And I really haven't the whole journey, even traveling and going from Georgia to Florida in the bus. It's all been smooth and a really great journey, and I'm just really grateful. And I'm grateful that, you know, for everyone who watched the video and took a time to leave a comment. It has been really enjoyable reading through those comments. It's been super encouraging, and you all inspire me, you know, to keep going on my journey and my art journey. And thank you everyone who looked at my art and who looked at my website and my Instagram and all that. I really appreciate it, and I don't know what to say other than I'm full of gratitude. You know, I'm glad to be here, and I hope to encourage other people to man, he's just itching. I hope to encourage other people to be able to live out their dream, whatever it is. It may be having a schoolie, it may not, but whatever it is, you know, you can make a choice to do something, or you can find an excuse to not do whatever that is, you know. So I really do believe you create your life. I'm an artist. I create what's around me, you know, and you create your reality, and you're free to do that. So thank you all for watching, and I hope I didn't miss anything. As soon as I turn this off and submit the video, I'm going to be like, oh my god, I forgot to talk about that. But, oh, I just thought about things. Okay, real quick, my lights. Alright, let me show you real quick, because we didn't go over that. Okay, can you see them? Right here, right above my finger. There's a long light that's under that shelf. There's two. So I totally forgot to mention that in the video, and I also have one under my desk, right here. Okay, sorry. I just wanted to, I was just trying to make sure I didn't forget anything. Okay, all right. Thank y'all. Goodbye. Look at Titus. Say bye, Titus. Meow 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 meow. Okay. Say bye. Come here, sweet baby. Say bye to the people. Say bye. Okay. Bye.